100 and something million has not yet been verified. And then of course we have a part of that bill is 500 million of deducted employees pay salaries, either it's payee, it's Nhif, it's Nssf, it's their loans to the banks that have not yet been remitted, and the money has been used. So we have a huge challenge before us. But I always believe no matter how big the obstacle may be, you've got to face it and deal with it. So as a matter of urgency, we want to first clear the pending bill of the employees because there's very low morale. There are a lot of threats from the banks where they borrowed the money, and it is their right. It was not our money to spend. It was their money to spend as they wish. So we will be doing that, and then we'll look into ways of ensuring that we sit down with the county government, the county assembly, push some good budgetary allocation so that we can start to clear these pending bills, but we are starting with the audit. And panic not, I'm going to push the audit to happen very, very soon so that we can be able to pay those pending bills. And not even at the national level, there's a conversation around pending bills and how we can raise some money to be able to pay the pending bills and help to get the economy active again from the ground, revitalize the economy from the ground through these pending bills so that there's some money in the market. I think there's a board they plan to float, but we are trying to see if they'll accept to also help us, those at the county level, with some of these pending bills so that we can pay and we can be able to move on without much challenge. The only thing I can promise you is that the president has, his deputy have promised that they are going to really support the counties towards getting them back on their feet so that we can be able to clear some of these problems that we are having. So we will look at the pending bills as proposed. We will try and move as quickly as possible. We'll try and see how we are able to clear them, but it will be possible to clear all the pending bills at once. The bill is just too huge. It's even bigger than a 1-year development budget of the county. So, but I am very committed to pay the bills once they are confirmed to be genuine. Don't worry about that you supplied patients. What we'll be looking at is, was due process followed? Do you have all the documentation before we pay you? If you meet that minimum threshold of the documentations that are required, we will pay you. And if there's proof of supply, proof of delivery, we will pay. So we are not going to be abnormally ruthless and deny people who deserve money their money, but allow us to verify, because at the end of the day, it is me who will have to be in the Senate to justify the payment if I'm called upon to do so. So I want to be able to be sure of what I'm doing, and we will not have undue delays. We'll move as fast as we can, especially starting with the ones that were last done, going backwards, so that we are able to clear that backlog. Let me say something about business, the equal opportunities. I want to encourage women, youth, and persons living with disability who are in business here, and those who may not be here. I'm going to make sure 30% of all procurement goes to those 3 categories. And if you need training, we are going to have training for those sectors to be trained on how to open their companies, how to tender, the procurement process, understand how to do it so that we can be able to help you. And once Nssf comes, we hope that one of the things, not we hope, we know that one of the things the Nssf will be doing is called LPO financing, that if you're able to get an LPO to supply a certain thing or to do a particular contract, you can be able to access the Nssf, get money, do your business, pay. Then the government commits to pay the Nssf immediately after you're paid. At the point of payment, we make sure we deduct and forward to Nssf so that we can empower women and youth who are really struggling to keep in business, and we want to empower. Here bottom up ndio hiyo, but the men, don't worry, you'll also continue to get your share of government contracts. So we will be working very hard to empower those sectors also. Retention fee, again, I have actually just thought about it today after you mentioned it. I will need to find out whether part of pending bills is actually retention fee, and then I'll take a policy decision on the same so that we can pay. I know it is your right and you should be paid upon request. But the one thing that is very clear is there has been a very slow remittance of money from national government to county government. So you find sometimes there are delays, even salaries are delayed. But when we had our meeting with the President Ruto, he promised that going forward is going to make sure monies are remitted in a timely and regular way to counties, and is going to make sure that we are well resourced so that we don't have challenges like we've been having. We had a very good meeting with him, and I am happy about his commitment to devolution and ensuring that we run our counties in a good way. Let me say something about licenses, permits, all that taxation that comes with it. I want us to have a sitting where all these sectors that you have mentioned today are represented. This committee will sit down with my finance department. We go through all those licenses. I am very keen on harmonizing the licensing and permits in Embu County and making it easy. I wanted to make it easy. I wanted to make it friendly to the business community. And where there is overtaxation, we are going to look at it, harmonize it. You don't have to pay 10 licenses if you are having one business entity. I think it is important we harmonize it and give, maximum 2-3 licenses, not 5-10. It becomes cumbersome and also is open to abuse by officers. So I want to see how I can harmonize all that, and I would like it to be very participatory between yourselves and my office. So as you put together this memorandum that you're bringing to me, let me hear some of those issues that you have around that area, and then I'll form a small committee between yourselves and my office. We come up with solutions and make sure starting next financial cycle we effect all those changes at once, and people can begin to do businesses without much challenges.